There we go.
So
That's
yeah,
the
you're
goods right
good.
there.
There you go. So let's say I come on here, right?
Hmm.
This is what I'm looking for. I got two of these charts because again, my thing gets very messy. So even I don't really like that I forgot this. This is my clear chart,
Okay.
right? Sometimes what I really even do is like, let me show you something here. Hold on. Because I want to show you how I think you really should have it. So this chart right here,
Hmm.
I basically have nothing on it. You see that?
Yeah.
Just these lines. I don't even want this drawing here. I just forgot I was on the wrong thing. This is my trading chart. So when I'm in a
Okay.
trade, I want to look at this chart,
Right.
right? Because again, all of this, like for example, I'm gonna draw this trend line rule. I really think about it literal, right? Who sees these lines? Only me. The
Right.
market sees none of this,
Right.
right? But if you look at it sometimes, you like, I've even done it, right? Where I see the trend line, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to, test here before I get out because I think it's valid. I gotta get that all out of my mind, all of
Hmm.
it. None of this is real, only to me. The only
Right.
real thing is right here, which helps me stay very objective. I don't even see, sometimes I don't even have my position on this chart,
Right.
just to see the chart moving. Um,
So what are the two heavy blue lines?
so that's what I'm gonna get into now
Oh,
too.
okay. I'm sorry.
These
Don't
two
let me get
heavy,
ahead of
no,
you.
you're good, bro. I like the curiosity. That's the best thing. So these two heavy blue lines, right?
Uh-huh.
This first one, if you ever want to make a differentiation, I just make them both blue because I know what I'm looking for. In the start, you might want to make them a little different. So let me do that for you now.
Yeah.
The first one is the midnight open,
Okay.
12 a.m. I mark out whatever bar. So you see, I come here with my thing. This bar right here,
I'm
12
gonna roll.
a.m.
I'm gonna roll some notes as we go through this
Yeah, dude,
because
dude. And if you want me to slow down, brother, yo, we're on our time. I'm not even trading today. We're chilling.
sweet. All right.
Got you.
All right. So we've got 12 a.m. open.
Yep, just mark the start of that bar. It doesn't matter what chart you're on. You could be on this chart, 1 minute
Sure.
chart, right? I don't. It don't matter. Just
Right.
mark the open, right? So
Okay.
this is the open of the 12 a.m. And then I also mark the 8:30 open. So 12 a.m. bar, 8:30 open bar, right? What this does is help me to gauge price. If the market is below these areas and I'm very bullish, I want to buy below there because to me, they do the manipulation swings according to these areas, right?
Right.
So if I'm looking bullish, I want to buy when it's below. If I'm looking bearish, I want to sell when it's above. All right.
Right.
Also, the other things on this chart right here is the opening price, right? So you see, this is the open right here, and this is
Oh,
the
that's okay.
close.
That's today's is that um
Yeah.
9:30 open?
No, no, no. So the open from last night at 6 p.m.
Oh, 6 p.m. open. Okay.
Yeah. And then you see, this is the close. This right here, I've seen so many. All right. So let's say we're just looking at this. How many times do you see the price bouncing out of this box?
Right.
This is crazy, right? Like, these are the things that make me have so much insight. Like, what's going on here? And I don't even want to draw it on this one. Let's draw
So
it on
so
this one.
so what we're looking at is basically the open to the low if we're
Yeah,
bullet.
the close of yesterday, right here, and then
Ah,
the open at 6 p.m.
okay.
That's a gap, whether people want to believe it or not or see it. It's a clear gap. And as we see everything today, I hope it just plays out step by step so it gives you even more conviction. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because then it will be really crazy for you when you're seeing it and you really like are like, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen.
Hmm. So
So
so we're expecting it to just bounce out of that box.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to bounce out. I'm expecting reaction. I don't want to say bounce because we don't know which way it's gonna go yet, right?
So it
But
could
if I,
tear through it and then become
yeah,
resistance versus
exactly.
support.
But it's a very like it's gonna be a very high intense area, right?
Right.
Look at the like even it, let's say I'm taking longs and I'm just taking a long blindly. Let's say
Hmm.
this is all I know. Blindly, I just take a long once he hits his box. Boom. I'm in a short, I want to get out when it comes to the box.
Right.
I'm in a long, it's gonna give me support off the box. And notice these open levels too, right? Soon as it tries to wick below the 12 a.m. open, doesn't it just whiplash back up?
Right.
And as soon as it breaks above this, well, it did the 8:30 open here. It did a little wick above and then just drops. And now we wick below back into the box. Where are we going right now? Where do you think? Back to this
From
8:30
where
open.
we are right now, real time?
Yeah. Yeah. Back to at least this 8:30 open. It's right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So you see also, you see how price is random, but it keeps going to these places that I'm picking out that aren't random. That's weird. That's what I say to myself, like that's strange. I'm gonna take this into consideration.
Now the 12 and 8:30 lines, that's based on Eastern time.
Yeah, New York, all New York time. Everything I tell you today is all New York time.
I figured that's what 90% of traders do, and so I
Yeah.
just want to make sure.
No, yeah, that's the best for me. I see the charts work the best there, and I line up with everyone when I'm looking around, to
Right.
like get reviews and things from people.
Yeah.
So again, let's say I'm just taking this trade, Gates. Like I'm blind. I only have these lines. I have no strategy. Couldn't I just get 2 points right here from
Yeah.
32.50 up to 33? Like just
Bouncing
think
off
like
of it exactly, like on the nose.
now. See, you see how I love that? I love that because that's resonating with you right now. You
Right.
have to, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter what me and you believe, right? It just
Right.
rejects nowhere random, just off that line.
Right.
Price can do whatever it wants. It goes right to the tick of that line and bounce out. Whatever, man. I can't disregard that, right?
Right.
So this is how I line up my tick chart. Now I go to my higher time frame. This might look a little wonky. Uh, let's try to clear this up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm on my higher time frame, right? This is I mean, we could go all the way from the daily because this is what I usually do too. I'm looking at the daily.
Mm-hmm.
So from yesterday being a continuation of the week, right? Because I'm giving you how I usually get my analysis, right? In my
Right.
direction. Since we do continuation of the week, I'm saying yesterday was an X day. Today I'm expecting accumulation.
Yesterday was an X day.
Yeah. X means continuation.
Okay.
So the market to me only moves in two ways: for the week, for the month, for the year. Just what I've done research back on this all the way since about 2013,
Okay.
2016. That's how it moves, right? So the X is continuation,
Mm-hmm.
A is accumulation,
Right.
M is manipulation, and D is distribution. The D quarters and the X quarters are the best quarters to trade. If you're very like quick with it, the manipulation might give you some entry because it's supposed to be a fake move. So when you start to see it kind of round out, whether it's going up or down, you can kind of know to take the reversal on that day. And usually, let's say we have a XAM day, the M is going to be the opposite way of the week so far. Then they're going to flip that thing back up.
Okay. So we can see that this week it's gone up every day this week. So
Yep,
we
that's
expect the manipulation to be bearish.
yeah. But you got to kind of still look what it's doing right away, you know?
Right.
Because the manipulation could be up right now, and then we drop that sucker right on the D day, right? So it's
So
like you
what
gotta,
what
huh?
what what signals you to the fact that there's a reversal? I think that's really what it doesn't matter on the time frame.
Yeah.
I think I always get caught up in is this a retracement or is this a reversal?
So what I think will help with that is some of these, what they call PDAs. So some of these higher time frame levels
Mhm.
that will either show you it's going to support or resist.
Okay.
And then also, we'll get into it, but the fair value gaps.
Mhm.
Look for the gap. If I'm, let's say I'm at a low right here, right? And I'm wondering, like this low right here, perfect example, this low. And I'm wondering right here if we're gonna break, right, and keep
Mhm.
going, or if we're gonna reverse.
Mhm.
What I need to see is I need to see it making a gap. Like, look how it broke this low, right? And then it made a gap through the
Okay.
low. That's a sign of possible continuation,
Got it.
right? To that side. Here, where I'm seeing no gaps, I'm
Right.
more likely leaning towards the reversal side.
Okay.
Those little things at the levels. What do I want to see at the levels? I want to see close over the levels, push above the levels.
Right.
It's going to reject. I want to see it wick out the level. Higher time frame level looking like it's going to wick. You know, the higher time frame bar starts to really wick back in the other direction. You more chances than not, the highest probability trade like yesterday is going to be on that higher time frame wick. You got to drop down to the lower time frame to find the entry, right? Because if a
Right.
15-minute bar was fully red and then you start seeing this shit make a wick, right? You somewhere, if it's going to reverse for the rest of the day, you want to get in on that wick,
Mhm.
right? So where this is our daily, we can say there's a gap right here.
Sure.
We don't necessarily need to draw that yet because this bar right here didn't close. But what's important to me is this high right here, because we just broke that. So if we're coming back down, we could retest this area.
Mhm.
There's also, I mean, I don't really want to draw too much right now, just to show you. There's also
Sure.
this area. This is for the trade I'm going to show you that I took yesterday. I'm going to highlight that now so you can kind of see it, this area from now, right?
Okay.
What we're doing today, we're going to review yesterday a little bit, right? But I'm
Sure.
preparing you for today. So now we drop down to the 4 hour. I'm looking for gaps. I'm looking for order blocks, right? These are the
Mhm.
things I'm looking for. You can see here from the past 4 hour. This is an order block. Think about if you just have this level here, Gates. How many
Mhm.
trades could you have gotten? We went here, you know it's an order block. You're looking for support. Maybe you don't take these type of trades. But what about this trade that breaks up, literally comes back and ticks at that level and then
Mhm.
reverses up? Would it, you think you would take that one?
Yeah, I could see that.
And see, this is a 4 hour bar. So think you're expecting to be in this trade for 4 hours. On this wick area right here, this is somewhere where you might want to look to get in.
Right.
See what I mean? How the 4 hour wick, you need to drop down to the lower time frame. And I'm going to put that, right? So for today now, I got this gap right here.
Right.
And as you see, what did we just do right there?
Wicked into it.
Yeah. Like ICT says, this stuff gotta be random. It's gotta be made up or random because it just works too crazy. Like we can't pass here at all. If I
Right.
just take this trade blindly and I take a long, I just made bank from
Right.
290 from 629 to, let's see, 36 right now. We already got 5 points. 5 points is all I'm looking for. Everything else is gravy.
Right.
Everything else is gravy. Right. So I got this bullish gap. So I have areas here that I'm looking at and that, I'm looking for what to see. Let's see, data series. Let's increase this to about 18 so we can see the highs to the left. So I don't really got no highs to the left. I'm not really worried. If it goes up, I'm just looking for hundreds or 50s, right? So
Okay.
if it goes up here, I'm looking for this high, and then I'm looking for 650. After 650, if I don't really have any levels, I'm just looking for 700. You know what I mean? Or I go
Right.
to the daily, go back to the daily and see what's going on over here if I'm in a massive trade, right? Because we got these highs all the way up here at 718. So we know we got a lot of pulling up there, right? So daily, 4 hour, right? Now we go to the 1 hour. Remember, this is a 4 hour level. That's
Right.
strong. Remember how you were talking about potential reversal?
Mm-hmm.
I see it going down into that level. Strong, likely for reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They got to break a whole 4 hour support level. Basically, that's what the fair value gaps. These are real supports and resistance, what I've seen. Right? Not the resistance up here, right? That gets blasted through, and everyone's like, oh, what happened? It's supposed to be resistance. That's not real resistance. Right? They're generating liquidity here. As soon as they make that swipe, notice they go back down for the low, generate more liquidity, and now took out this low for the liquidity. And now we're going back where? More than likely here at least, or up here.
Right. It probably
Right.
at least to that swing high.
Right. And then just a quick quick lesson. I'm always looking for price to do two things. Take out a high. If once it takes out the high, if it's not going to take out the low, I'm looking for it to come back, retest the gap. There's a gap in here. And then what am I looking for after that? Back to a higher low. So right here, I'm thinking we take out here, or we have to take out where? Back to the high.
Right.
You see how that's a repetitive process?
Mm-hmm.
Back to the high. Now we take out the high. What must we do? We must either hit a fair value gap, we must either hit an order block or a level. We're never going away from one of those three things. It's always one of those things. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the time. Every single time I've seen price gates and I've studied on the daily, on the monthly, it doesn't matter what chart. It's doing one of these three things. It's never straying from those things. And if we don't see it right, it's basically us not reading it right. It's never like, oh, it's doing something else weird. You know what I mean?
So we're always looking for a high to basically take out a recent high, a recent low, or hit a level. That's
Or
what you
hit an
said?
order block or fair value gap. Yep.
Right.
Or the breaker, whatever these freaking people want to call all these random things.
Right.
Just you just want to
Supply,
know,
demand, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, you just want to know where they are. And
Mhm.
if it takes out the high, if there's not another high closer that it's going to, I need to look for a gap. I need
Yeah.
to look for an order block. It's gonna pull back because all these things, what you basically need to see them as are gas stations. Right? It might sound a little weird.
I
It
like
might
that
sound a
metaphor.
little weird, but
I
like,
get you.
yeah, it's gonna run out. Once it gets to the high, the gas is gone.
Right.
There's nothing else for it to do. It needs to find somebody else to then basically rip off or take out to get the gas, basically the stop losses or the lower prices for going high, then it just shoots off.
So in a trending market where you're not getting the highs and lows, you're getting those
Fair
you're
value
getting those
gaps.
reactions from the gaps and from the order blocks and from those things.
I'm so happy you said that, Gates. Do you know why last week tripped up so many people? It took out no highs and lows.
Just that inside structure.
All inside, all week. If you look at, all right, let's go back to the daily. We're approaching the window.
Right.
So we're gonna take a break from this and come back real quick. But look at this daily. No highs, no lows. But what did we use? Gap. No
Right.
highs, no lows. What did we come back into? A little space, gap. Right? No, nothing. No high, no low of any of these bars got taken out. But what did get played with? The opening prices. The opening prices. Opening prices. Wick down below. Opening price. Wick down below. Today, opening price. Well, yesterday, opening price. Wick down below. Today already. Wick down below. That's where they're getting the gas from. They can't make it all the way down right now. You see that? The only
So you're talking
manipulation.
about so in that situation, a high is a previous swing high, not the high of yesterday. Because
Yeah,
it's breaking
or
the
the
high of
opening
yesterday.
price,
Yeah.
of yesterday. That's where they get the liquidity from. Liquidity is the gas,
Uh-huh.
right? Okay, so
Right.
now we're going into our window. What am I looking for in this window? I'm looking for those three things, right? Because
Liquidity.
we're gonna go back to that how we can, find out where we're going. But what am I looking for? Did we take out this high? Yep. So now
Yep.
we're either going to take out the next high or we're going to pull back into a gap. Are there any gaps? Nope. So what are we going to use? Order block. Did we retest this order block?
We did.
So again, if Gates, I'm looking for 2 points, right? Let's say you started 37.50, 38.75. We're still not at 39.50. But these are impulsive trades I want to show you. Even if you're being impulsive in these areas, you can still find success.
Right.
Because you're getting in from here when it breaks and come back, retest down here, right? So these are the places you would want to do random stuff if you ever, but you don't. And you know the strategy now, right? But I want to always show you how blindly you can just follow these things blind, and you would still find success. So now I took out the high. I'm more likely looking for a gap or order block before this high. Now, right?
Right.
This is what I'm looking for in the window at the start of 950. 950 to 1010. Right? This is my trading time. I'm just drawing up all what's in here. I got no gap. I got no gap. The only gap I got is all the way down here. Just like the people this week, you got to think, how is everyone looking for this thing to take out highs and lows? This thing's just ripping up. We're not going to get to break a low. We're not going to get to really take out any of these lows of the bars. You got to find the internal range liquidity. That's what they call it. And the highs and the lows are the external range liquidities. Because it's all arranged, right? The month is arranged, the year is arranged, it's all arranged. And they gotta still find, where do we pick up more gas to keep going? Or where do we pick up gas to turn back? That's those reversals. You know, higher time frame level highs right here. Let's see. So where do you think they picked up the gas to make these moves?
So you
Just
had
take a
that
look.
swing low, you took out that liquidity by that 7.
Boom, right here, right? Moved it up. Then we came back up and took out the high. Then what's next?
Order
We
block.
got to get some more gas.
Right.
We're out of gas. Look at this, dead. That's a car out of gas, right? You're seeing the smoke. Where are we going? Order block. Now you see how I didn't call that for you. Now it's just popping out to you because once you see it, you're like, nah, this thing's crazy. Now, look how crazy this is. They started retesting this from 21, right? Last night. How many times did we come back and retest the same area?
Third one.
That you called out yourself, so you don't even need me anymore.
Yeah.
Right? You see what I'm kind of saying? Like,
Right.
this thing's just showing you. If you just be patient, this thing's showing you what's going on. Now we retest the order block. I mean, let's do something random in here, right? We're retesting the order block. Are we going to take out this high? That's my number one thing right now.
Right.
Let's look at my hour. We're retesting order block. If I think yes, let me see. I'm going in. Where am I looking for? Let's see here, right? Let's see. Let's keep that running. We'll see over here what happens. We're looking for this high, or we're looking for this high. Right? 2 points. I'm already up 400. I'm good for the day. Right? You get stopped out, I'm also down 400. You're also good for the day. Whatever.
Right.
So now let's kind of draw these things. Right? You got these order blocks. You know we basically have taken this liquidity from down here. Right? Where is the next gas station?
Up there. Swing high. That's your target.
And you're basically already done because remember, this is our trade right here.
Right.
And I'm looking for 2 out of it. If it gives me all 5, great. I'm just looking for 2 out of it.
What position size are you doing?
I would do 4 contracts right there.
So you're doing 4 contracts, 2 points on ES is $50 a tick.
Yep.
So you
want to see the price? 500.
Go.
And it's blasting to my high, right? And my target, I couldn't even move my profit target. I couldn't even move it. It's already filled. If I'm looking for this trade to keep going all day, I'm just in the trade. I protect break even. I protect my 2 points right here. I keep going. But Gates, you're done. It's 9:55. You're done for the day.
That's nuts.
Nuts, bro. I don't know if people think I'm playing when I'm trading now, but these are the things kind of why I tell you I love Apex. I'll never diss Apex. I would never be anywhere without Apex. But to kind of step where I'm stepping, I have to kind of step away from prop firms. They won't let me do these things. They won't let me
What?
hold the trades all night. They won't
Oh,
let me add
because
in.
you're holding over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I there the Gates, let me show you. So this, let's say we're done with our window, right? Whatever.
Right.
We're still gonna keep seeing what's happening in the window. Let me show you the trade I took yesterday. This is the trade I took yesterday. Where is it? Yep, right here. And now you're gonna tell me why I took this trade. I'm not gonna tell you yet. You're gonna look for yourself and you can see why. Remember the trend line rule I taught you, right? I'll do a quick
Right.
review. When there's a break in a new extreme, I'm expecting reversal. Right? I took trades right in here yesterday.
All right.
Look
So
if you can see why.
you reversed right at the 2. You got a new extreme which broke the bottom. Now is that going to be an order block in that middle of that
There you go. You see that green bar? Let me
right?
move this yellow one. See that green box?
Mm-hmm. There's your order.
Doesn't this thing go to the tick, Gates? Doesn't it go directly to this area and just turn back?
So this
Yeah,
begs the question, where are you setting your entry? Are you letting that first green bar close and taking it there?
I'm going to show
That's
you a picture in a second. My first entry was here because I'm already playing New
right there's the
Extreme.
rejection. Okay.
I had this little fair value gap. Let me make this bigger for you. I had this little bearish fair value gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
That what happens to it? This is a bearish fair value gap. This is what I mean by I know even the people that I've learned strategies from, I know when they're getting slayed. I know for a fact, and it's a little disheartening, and sometimes I don't want to tell them, but I try to tell them this is why you don't just trade one strategy,
Right.
right? Because the break new extreme is keeping me from going short. This thing could have
Right.
dropped out the gym. I will get another entry. If it's gonna go down, I'm gonna get another entry, right? But look, if you just blindly trade ICT right here, let me move this to the left a little. You can still see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I don't see this to the right. ICT would tell you we did a market structure shift right here. We got a whole bunch of fair value gaps. That's a strong sign. Look, this is exactly the same thing they're thinking. Why this short they're thinking is going to work happened
Uh-huh.
here. Do you see that gap?
Yeah.
Pulls back into the gap. People already went short here, got out. Maybe they made some profit. Probably not. They're still probably holding for this low. But let's go over something that we said, Gates. Has the market been taking out lows all week?
No, not been taking out lows, been taking out highs.
So I knew this, and I know this from Monday. This is well, last Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's now new Monday. Is price taking out? I go look back. Is price taking out a low? No, we can't even make it down here. What do we do? This is the opening price, that yellow dotted line.
Uh-huh.
What did I say? All we've been doing. Come back below the opening price of the day before. We take the liquidity from here. All of this is generated liquid. All of this, these people went long right here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody went long down here and got slayed. They even made sure to go a little deeper to go everybody down here. Get the gas. Now we're on the move. We're on the move, right? The
Mm-hmm.
window's coming. The window's, let's go back and see what we're doing. Okay, so again, our trade is good, right? We got this little gap right here. These are the things you want to do while you're in the trade. Once this gap gets closed out, even if I'm trying to hold, I'm out.
Yeah.
These
Because
are
once a gap's broken, it's broken.
But once the gap's not broken, what do? Just hold my trade.
Yeah.
And now I'm
Now,
still in
are
this
you
trade.
are you considering broken if it closes below it, or if it just
Yeah,
even
yeah.
wicks below it?
No, wick below is okay because the wicks are like, when you're coloring, this guy ICT always says it, when you're coloring and you color a little outside the lines, like, what am I gonna do? Throw out the whole idea? No, it's still valid, you know? But that makes it even to me more convincing when it wicks below and then wicks back
And then
up.
breaks. Yeah.
It just stopped out some people who got in too early, some people who are trailing too tight. And remember, that's the only way this thing moves. Right? Now, this is my window. I'm taking all these trades. I don't care win or lose. I'm taking all these trades, showing you possibly how to enter. Let's go back here. I'll finish that entry real quick. But let's say I'm being aggressive. I would take this short right here because it closed below this gap. Now, Gates, I'm out. I'm already in profit for the day. I'm not going in 4. I'll go in 1 contract, still see what happens. Because now, if this really works, looking for down here, or I don't like it, dude, go break even and get out.
Right.
But you were just up 300. You don't need to hold.
Right.
But let's say you hold. Your stop needs to go above here. That's where your trade's really invalidated. You're looking for where? Back down to this opening level. If we can get back down there. We don't know, right?
And I mean, look at it. It's taking it out by ticks each time, highs and lows.
Ticks come back up. This is a savage play, but I'm just showing you how in this window, even if you're randomly impulsive looking for scalps, your trades will still work. You would not be in this trade right now. You could have been out long time ago.
Right.
Right? What are you looking for now? Right? Because it's like everybody's like, oh, get out. I don't care. Get stopped out. That's fine. You want to see if this gap right here holds to the downside. The second it doesn't hold, then you get out. But you want to know the signals. What are the signals that my trade's not going right? The trade going against me and putting me in the minus does not mean that my trade is wrong.
Right.
This would tell me my trade is wrong. When it closes above this defense, they're trying to defend the price down with this red box. Now, I'm scared shitless. Put your stop right there then.
Right.
Get stopped out for a little bit. Let it at least pull back in there. Then let them come up and stop you out. But now your risk is what?
Nominal.
38 to 39.50. 1 point, you get stopped out. Now you're down 200. You're still up from earlier.
Right.
But remember, you should be out that 300. You should be out those 2 points. I get in. I always measure my 2 points. That's how I would know if this trade would work, because I would get in here. That's 4 points, almost 5 points again. I'm definitely out. Maybe I don't take this trade. Why? Because it's above my EMA. But I'm just showing you. I don't care about that. We don't see that. We're other type of traders. We're just trading gaps. So you would have taken that trade, and you would have taken this trade here. So boom, take this trade. Where are you taking it back to? Back to your entry.
Right.
Because they need more gas, right? They can't do it right now. They took out the high. We just went over that. They took out the high. There's no high closer. What do they need to do? Come back and get that gas. So you see how that makes me, these things make me jump on moves so quick, like no hesitation. Because I'm like, I know I can at least get a quick scalp. Remember, your stop got to be up here. So you're still in this trade, even if it works. But I got to show you both sides. You're worried, get out right here. You're not worried. Yeah, I can. People right now are still, I know people are getting in this trade right here, right now.
Right.
For a fact. Because why? 0, first entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure. People are going to try it again. You don't know. You're still scared shitless. Don't keep your stop up here. Keep your stop right here again. Because now it definitely shouldn't come back up, right? And if it comes back up, the farthest I want to see it come back up is this block.
Right.
Anything breaks above here and breaks into this block, get out. It doesn't break. Where am I looking for? Don't we have this? We had this level before market opened, right?
Which one?
The blue line
Yeah.
that we've seen price do what? Go up, back down, go up, come back down. What are the chances that it'll come back down to here?
Pretty solid.
I would say pretty solid. Those are the things I'm ready to risk my cash on. Not, is it gonna make me money? Like, I'm just practicing how to time my chances,
Mm-hmm.
right? And my high probability of it working or not. That's it. Now, I know I'm giving you a lot, but you can handle it. I'm pretty sure you can handle it.
Well, that's why I record this.
Yeah, and you can watch it. Yeah, there you go. You can watch it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So again, I entered here first, right? On this
Right.
chart here for the break new extreme. Then I entered where? Here again. Look at that tick below that bar right there. Let me zoom in.
So yeah, no, I see it. So basically, even if it wicks back down, you're gonna add on to your position.
Where does it wick back down to?
That break block or order block.
Order block, right? Hell
Mhm.
yeah, I'm adding to my position.
So
I'm taking it blindly, already trusting it, much less when it breaks above a bar, wicks back down, traps in more short, taps it, and then wicks back out. Bro, if I'm not adding on, right, I don't believe in the trade.
right.
How could I believe in the trade if I'm scared right now? This is basically supposed to give me another entry.
Right.
Another chance for entry. I'm scared. That means I don't even think it's gonna work. How could I think it's gonna work? It's right. It didn't hit my stop loss because my stop loss was right here.
Mhm.
That's the other thing about these
That
trades.
is
You see how
super tight.
close my stop losses are?
Yeah.
2 points. I don't care. Get in here, get in there. One contract. I was already in one contract there.
Mhm.
When it broke here, I added 4 more. Now I'm in 5. Because guess what? I got confirmation and I got inversion. Look how this thing wicks below and closes perfectly above this bearish fair value gap.
Yeah.
They're begging me right now, Gates, to get in this trade. If I
Right.
don't get in, I'll be a damn fool. That's what I was saying to myself, and these are the things I hold myself, and that what keeps me going, even when I'm having rough patches and rough weeks and rough months. I know this shit works. The couple times it doesn't work, that's just for me to research because I'm taking the same thing over and over and adjust and see why didn't this work.
That's wild, dude. Now, how much of this do you think works on time charts? I mean, is this really specific to the
Works
tick
everywhere.
charts? Works
Everywhere. I'm
kinda
gonna
what
show
I-
you the one. I'm gonna show you the 1 minute chart too. Now, here's the difference because I trade with people who trade in my group that have the minute chart. They
Mhm.
don't see the gaps like I do.
Right. They're going to show up differently for sure.
Yeah, the 1 minute gap shows up way different. So let's say we bring this to a 1 minute real quick. Let's look for the same place. Oh, here we go. There's no inversion down here. Does that
Right.
mean you don't get in? No, that means you just wait and you get in up here on the inversion if you want to. See what I
But
mean?
you've got it much, much tighter on the tick chart.
So tight, like, dude, if I get stopped out, it's $100. I get it wrong, dude. It's $100. Gates, let me be real with you. I mean, I don't need to be real with you. I am though, regardless, right? What's my average on these trades? At least $500.
Right.
At least 500, 400, 2 points I take if I don't like it.
Right.
And I go away for the day. I never come back on the computer, but $400 profit for the day. Right? So $100 to start my entry, and I'm looking to add once basically my risk is off. Once it starts going my way, my risk is off. More, I mean, should we close out our trade here, or should we wait for it to come down? See what I mean? It's all up to it. Everything after you've made a trade for the day, every other trade now is gravy. Every other trade now is, let me see it run for the rest of the day. I'm in a lot of contracts. If I'm in 5, right there, I would maybe get out 4 and leave 1, break even, right?
Sure.
For the rest of the day. We can do that right now in practice. Let's say we get out 4, and where are we?
Looks like you got 4.
Yeah.
Look at that at 5.
Oh, we're only in 4. So let's,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't even realize. Yeah, I thought this was another one where we're in big. But let's say we would have got out 4 and left 1 running at 63.34 or 63.35, right? We're in here all day. We're still in here. This thing's still dropping. Right? So this is the 1-minute chart. Again, if you just stick to one thing, you're not getting this entry down here. And if you just stick to one thing, you're probably trying to short this. Right? Because this is the ICT play. You're trying to short because it broke this, and you're not trying to long. With trendline rule, ICT, EMA, and 2-legged pullback, I'm seeing everything. It might take you a while to learn all of them.
Right.
But who cares? Because you're gonna be the guy in the restaurant with 1,700 knives. You see how crazy this thing is dropping?
Right.
Like I said, dude, you tell me if it works. That's what's insane. And look how early you are in from the tick entry. Now, so I'm going to, and how can I, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Let me email myself this picture and then pull it up real quick. Hold on. Because this was my entry here. I moved my stop yesterday. We got to go back to my tick chart. So yesterday in this trade, right, like I told you, I look for 5 points. Anything over that is gravy. Anything over that is absolutely gravy. I moved my stop loss right here below this bar. Price never came back for the whole entire day.
Just let it roll.
I just let it roll, Gates.
One contract go.
Not even one contract. I was in 5. I didn't get out any.
Oh, wow.
Soon as we broke these highs here, we started doing this. That's when I got out 4, left 1 for the whole day. Those type of things I can't do with Apex all the time.
Right.
My drawdown, if I stay, I want to stay in 5. If I stay in 5, even if I'm in profit, you understand my account can still get blown.
Yeah.
I go up 20 points, right? I'm in profit, 20 points. It pulls back on me 5 out of the 20. I'm still up 15 points. I just lost my account. That's all gravy. So what do I got to do? You got to be 2 different. I got to know how to trade the cash. I got to still know how to trade the Apex. Stay lower. I might not pass the 5. And when I do the 5 in these Apex things, I got to get out ASAP. As soon as we break here, I might get out some, or as soon as we get out here, I'm already out some. And maybe I just leave 1 trailing the EMA. And then maybe I get out here, which is still a crazy trade, right? I don't get the whole day move, but this is still insane. And I can still re-enter over here. Literally right here, I can re-enter. Or even here is clean. I still am, I'm starving, right? For trades.
Right. Now, I mean, will you ever take a retracement move like on something like this? I know you'll take a retracement for you know, a very specific target, but are you only letting them run if they're in confluence with higher time frame bias?
Yeah, I don't wanna do the retracement thing too crazy. If I do the retracement thing, it's kind of like these trades here, right? Where I'm taking it to the order block, really looking to get out real quick.
Right.
Right. All this choppy stuff to me, if it was a medium market where it's going back and forth, I will hold confidently. Right now, it's mostly up. That's tough for me to say this bounce off these EMAs right here are gonna fail. I
Right.
could, right? I could with looking at, oh, this is an order block and all these things, right? This bar right here is a rejection because it is, right? These are order blocks. So when I see them pulling into them, this is where I add in my cash account.
Right.
And where am I looking for? Where's the gas station gates?
Well, you got blue line, you got red line, you got that
You got this
entire
box.
gap, and you got the
Did we
daily low.
did we just hit these? Are we just checking these off as we go down?
Right.
So am I nervous in the trade or am I way more comfortable in the trade?
In the
I'm
short?
waiting for, yeah. Let's say I'm taking the short. What I just be
Yeah,
chilling? I'm just chilling.
yeah, I mean, it is blasting through them. You had a little
Chilling.
reaction on that order block,
Yep.
or is that gap?
This
Oh, that's
down
yeah,
here,
that's it.
that's
Yeah,
the opening gap.
that
But then
opening
look how
gap,
we
right?
still gotta go sweep the low. So
Right.
high, we got the internal liquidity. We can't go back to the high. Where's the next gas station?
At low.
Gotta be the low or more of these order blocks and gaps down here. Gotta be. So you took this trade here, hell of a profit. This trade here, you hold for the low because you don't need to take any profit. And dude, you just made more than what people traded in like a month, a week, right? In your
Right.
whole day besides, and now it's 10:17. You're done for the day. Enjoy your day, Gates. That's how you got to look at it, dude. Like,
Right.
everybody's calling me like, yo, did you see this crazy move for today? No. But what does keep me in the move, right? Even when I get off, I'll get off and turn my computer off and I'll leave my something what I call EMA trail. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to show you again. Can you tell how I don't like taking random trades?
Right.
Even when I want to take, like, I'm trying to show you something, I'm like, nah, let me just size down and like just show you one real quick. But let's say I'm in this trade, right? And I was in this trade from up here. I do something like this. I go on NinjaTrader. I go attach to indicator. I go properties. I go EMA. I do -3 or -5, whatever you want to do, right? And now my price, oh no, let me see. I think I did that wrong. I think it should be plus, sorry. Attach the indicator, properties. So I leave it 5 ticks, say 2 points.
Okay.
My chart itself is going to trail my stop loss behind the EMA 2 points. If this thing never breaks the EMA by 2 points, I will be in this trade for the end of the day, Gates. Doing nothing. Doing absolutely nothing. What would I have done to do that? Nothing. I took this trade. As soon as it broke my EMA here, I put the EMA trail. So you got to think, by this point here, I would have put on the EMA trail. Still in the trade. Like this, you would still be in the trade.
Right.
So like this, let's say you take this trade from here, right? So let's say you're even in just right here. You're up 8 points. 8 points for 4 contracts. All right, so 200 times 8, you're up 1,600. And you're just watching. You're not doing anything. You don't have to do anything. If it comes back and stops you out, you're up 1,600. If it doesn't come back and stop you out, you're going to be up like 4,000 in a matter of seconds.
Jeez.
Right?
Wow.
And you're just chilling because this is effortless trading. This is not me looking. Gates, you see me looking for anything in here today, or you see them just popping out?
Just
you
let
see
it
them
happen.
just light bulb. Hey, man, we want to go long. Okay, I'll join you guys. Hey, man, I think we're changing direction and we're probably going to go short. All right, I'll join you guys again, but I'm not going to go crazy size now because I already did my main trade in my window. And again, you're trailing your EMA, right? So I want to see this thing kind of do it by itself when the price jumps down so you can see that I'm not joking. Look how this thing's just gonna slide it down for you. As soon as we break down here a little bit more, watch how it just starts trailing. It's just gonna do what it's supposed to do. And that's why some of these people are asking me, "Oh, how do you hold these trades?" Honestly, I don't. My computer does.
Right.
I'm not holding anything. If I was to hold, I'd get out like 17 times already.
Right.
Like all of this little chop, oh, forget about it. I'm out of here. I'm taking my profit. I don't care about that.
Right.
But when I do this and it's kind of using man to do the entry, not machine, but machine to operate the trade to the direction in place, right? That's how you work trading. Because now there's no emotion in my decisions to exit the trade.
Right.
I've already made profit. I've already done what I need to do. The result of the trade is not on me at all. And this way, it completely takes me out of it. Like you got to think, you could take this trade, forget about EMA trail. You could take this trade and just come in here and put a buy stop right here, right below this low, and you would have been out.
Right.
You come back to your computer, you see if this trade works or not. Right? That's why I usually have, where's my timer? That's why I usually have my timer here. Right? Or I have my chart on my phone. I could see where price is. You did notice that it moved down a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So it protected you a little more profit. So now you're up 1,800. Just a little bit more. And you're just still watching. Because as long as it doesn't break the EMA and 2 points, you are still going to be in this trade.
Right.
And what exactly, this is my friend right now. I had to tell him, he's always rushing to get out the trade, right? When he's in profit. And I'm like, dude, what are you rushing for? Because I will sit and watch him go in like $500 drawdown and be comfortable, right? And let it play out. But he refuses to be the same calm when it's working in your favor. How does that work? You're working against yourself. As soon as I get in profit, I'm antsy. As soon as I'm about to get stopped out, I'm calm and I'm chill. Dude, you're going opposite right now.
Backwards, yeah.
But the why he's so antsy, he doesn't know these things. Like every bullish bar in this thing that then gets broken, I'm looking for resistance. So right here, like we said, right here we were looking for the bearish bar over here to be support, right? That was our thing, right? The order block. So right here, the bullish bars I'm looking to be resistance. We can't even come up to this one. We made a gap down. Wouldn't that keep you calm in the trade? I'm chilling. I'm reading the price. The price is telling me, hey, bro, we still got ways to go. Get comfortable, right? I keep getting gaps down. We can't even pull back into the gap. That's a sign of possible reversal in strength. We can't even pull back into it. Look, gap down again. We pull back up into the gap. What happened, Gates? Slack.
Rejection.
We're in this trade, right, Gates? We're trying to see what happens. We have a gap right here. We pull back into the gap, Gates. What happens?
Rejection.
Am I like, damn, bro, I should get out? Or like, damn, this shit probably gonna go down some more. Let me get chill. Let me roll up another spliff. Right? That's what I do. I go for a walk. I go take a shower. I chill, right? There's nothing else for me to do. I've done all the hard work before the market starts that people don't want to do. I'm drawing this up on my iPad daily, all the time, going back and forth, right? Drawing this up. By the time these plays come in, I mean, I'm glad I got to trade with you today. So you can kind of see, dude, it's just what I'm doing. It's not what I'm guessing. Right? It's just the method that I have, and that shit's either gonna work or it don't work. That shit don't work for me 2 times in a row. I'm done. Most of the time, one time, I get stopped out one time, Gates. I'm like, yeah, forget this. Because I know I have the belief in how good I am.
Right.
Right. I have the belief in how good I am to read price. If I'm not reading price right and I'm getting stopped out to the point where I'm annoyed, yeah, I gotta get off this.
Right.
Because I shouldn't be getting stopped out that crazy. Where is this picture for the trades? So Gates, you did a lot of work just now trying to trail your stop loss, Gates. So much work you would be doing right now. Crazy amount of work, man. I don't know if you're gonna be tired after this. And these are the things I'm kind of joking with myself. And I'm sitting here talking to myself. I gotta remind myself this, like, yeah, man, like you were gonna stop this trade out. Why? What did you do? Like, what's the reason for me stopping the trade out to secure profit? That's like, I don't want to say like, oh, don't take profit. But in these type of trades that I already made profit in one trade, that's just like kind of being a bitch, right? A
Right.
little bit. Me like closing out like to secure the profit and be like, yes, it's all locked in and I don't want to go through the stress of it not working out. That's me being scared. Can you see this window that I just brought up over the screen?
The ES.
Like I brought up another like window over the chart. Can you see it?
No, I can't see it.
Okay, hold on. Let me share the whole screen then. Hold
Yeah.
on. That's the problem. I need the entire screen 3, not just the chart. What about now?
Your timer?
Yeah. You can see the timer, but what about this background? Because look, this is a different chart. You can see me moving around the window.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the
Yeah,
window.
that's the chart behind. This is a picture now.
Okay. Oh, got it.
So what I just read out to you step by step in that trade on the chart, is that not what I did? Am I making it up? Is it all hindsight? Is it all like, oh, we could talk about it, but we can't do it? Like
Right.
I
No,
should be
this is
scared
all
to do it. This is it. This is
right
the
there.
entry. Look, right? I entered here, first contract. Then it broke down order block, retested. I entered another 4. I'm in 5. I'm already protecting my 2 points, and I'm protecting myself in case it rejects off the EMA, because it can, right? I don't know shit. It can 100% do that. Just blast into this thing and drop it back down. I'm securing my profit for the day. So regardless, this is like my bank trade. I got a bank trade, a runner, and a scalp all in one. I'm doing everything that people are doing separately in one trade right now. This right here, from here to here, could have been a scalp. That's a 2-point scalp. I don't take the scalp. I add on to the scalp to turn it into a swing trade / a runner aiming for this high up here. And it's all from practice, right? I don't know this if I'm not practicing looking at these charts day in, day out. How do I know that it could possibly now become a swing trade? Because we can't take out this low. If we were going to take out this low, what am I thinking? We should reject off the EMA. Again, why I move my stop loss up? Because we don't know shit. So I want to be ready for all situations. If it's going to take out the low, I'm getting out. If it's not going to take out the low, there is only one other place that this thing can go. Guaranteed. And if it doesn't do that, that shit's going to rage out all day and fuck everybody up. It's the only way these things don't work. And those are the days where everybody's like, yeah, that was shitty, right? This shit is not doing what it's supposed to do. That's the only time it does that. If it can't break out the high and it can't break out the low and hold, that shit's going to just range out all day.
So you've got that tiny little order block right above that top blue line. So if it's just going to be a shit range day, it's just going to go there and bounce back around.
You tell me if I just told you that, or you just saw that shit on the chart, like, yeah, pretty much would make sense to me, because all day today, again, previously, I'm seeing when it breaks down, it breaks back up.
Right.
And a lot of the times it wants to reject. Right here, it broke down, broke back up. It rejected heavy. Nobody knew that was going to happen. So you just got to be prepared and have these places on your chart and these ideas.
Right.
All right. Boom, right here, we break above. What happens? Fail breakout. I would take this short right here to the order block. Looking for what? Looking for, and these are the piece of information, and I know it's a lot, Gates, but again, rewatch it as many times as you want.
Right.
Why would I take this short? Where is my draw?
Because you just broke a high.
Right, we just broke the high. And isn't that where we usually get the gas?
Yeah.
To go where?
Grab
To
liquidity.
the other.
Yeah.
Right. It's either we're now going to push past this high to another high, because that's the actual gas station target, right? We never, this is the thing too, to add to this thing. We never know how much gas they have in the tank. They will show us. They could drop, if I have gas in my car, am I going to stop at this gas station right here that's coming up on my right? No, I'm going to go a little further till my gas is going to run out. Right? So that's how sometimes when it hits the high, it doesn't turn back. It has another high in target, or it has another gas station in target. It's our job to find the gas station. This thing's driving us around all day.
So
your
just
only
look
job
left
is to
and you'll find
left,
the next one. Yeah.
Find the next one, or look immediately.
Right.
Right? Immediately it makes the gap and comes back and bounces into it immediately, like right here. Immediately it makes the fair value gap. It makes the inversion gap in here. And immediately this thing comes back down, right? So this little gap in here, immediately it makes that, immediately comes back and retests it and invalidates it. That's immediate. I don't even need to see this. I don't even need to see anything else on this chart. Just imagine you have this, just this little area in here. Same trade. So if you just trade the makeup and the foundation, the result is, I don't care about the result. That shit's going to come or it's not going to come. But eventually, when I get a trade that I'm holding all day, who cares if I've been losing all week, all year, all month?
Right.
That shit just made up for everything.
Right.
That one trade, right? And those are the things that help me get the little boost of confidence when I'm going through the rough times, right? Like I know you said you had a rough day yesterday. Who cares, dude? So many people had a rough day yesterday. But what'd you learn from it, right? That's how I got here. I learned step by step. I'm not taking this short because I've been getting burned on the shorts after New Extreme.
Right.
So now I use that information that I've paid for. I've paid money for that. I've paid accounts for that. I've gotten roasted over doing that multiple times, right? So I use that shit. I'm not gonna go short. But when I see other people making the same mistake, because I've put in my time, that's the payment we get, right, from putting in the time. I can capitalize on other people's mistakes now. Where that usually me that gets burned on the short, guess who just showed you that they take the long? Right where the shorts get trapped. Right here, right? The guy who's trying to learn and not like getting upset at the losses. I'm really treating it like a science lab or research. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just again, look at the stop loss placement. Why do we place stop losses? Where do we place them? Right? We want to stay calm in the trade. There's a downward fair value gap here. Right, like we said, it could come down and still take out that low, right? I will never, ever forget the other side of my trades. All right? I'm in a long, but it could easily come down. What would initiate me thinking it's going to come down the second it tries to break into that gap? Because this is a bullish fair value gap, right?
Right.
Why am I coming down and closing in this? And try, why am I even thinking about coming down here if we're just going to go up? We broke above the EMA. We should use the EMA instead of the gap to go up. Right? If this is so strong and it's showing me it's really strong.
Right.
Since this big bearish bar, we haven't gotten one bearish bar. Not one. And we just keep taking out inversions. We just keep making inversions, right? All these downward gaps are just getting clapped.
So, yeah, we're not going to see it hit that gap.
So I put my stop right at the gap.
At the top of the gap.
They would think it's random if I'm not explaining this to you, like, oh, this dude's trailing the price mad tight. Like, okay. And then what happened yesterday? It never comes back.
Right.
So even if it did come back, I'm trailing the stop tightly, dude. I'm securing my profit. I
Right.
don't care. You don't care what. And I know you said you stopped trading live. I think trading live is the best thing to do, Gates. It's like telling people "fuck you" right to them faces. I don't care what you're saying, and this helps me to stick 100% to my ideas. When I get into trades, people message me, dude, I'm going long. Why are you going short? Perfect. Let me show you
Right.
why.
Right.
Oh, it blows
Well,
up in
and
my face. Don't worry.
I'm gonna get back to streaming because there is that accountability. I've got to clean up some of my own internal crap
Yeah.
so that I know what it is. Like I'm doing way too much guesswork. I'm doing way too much, I'm not really sure where I'm going with this or whatever. And yeah. So
Yeah.
clean that up a little bit and I'm ready to
Right. So now, Gates, we stayed in this trade, right?
uh-huh.
Now I adjust my thing to 4. Or I make it even tighter if I want to. Right. I come back. It's really working good. I want it now. I want it now right at it. Go back in, take that one off, right? Come back in, edit this thing, or I move it myself. I'm in this trade from up here. I don't want to be greedy. I can move it down a little bit.
Right.
So do you see how I can also change this? I can change this from the current day low, 4 points. So we break the low, and I said I want my stop to be 4 points, 4 ticks above that low,
Right.
or 2 points on the ES. It'll never move it until we make another low.
Right.
But I'm using EMA, right? Because I want my trade to be active. Now I'm four ticks. Now I'm 2 points. Well, 1 point. It's gonna trail tightly. I think it can reverse. This is what I'm thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best thing to see is when I have this EMA trail on, and this thing trails my stop to break even. Like right now, you got to think it's about to trail me to break even, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or over break even. If I want to, I can move it. If I don't want to, just still leave it. Wait for it to break the low. I mean, Gates, these are 2 days back to back that I could be having like insane trades, but this is why I'm practicing satisfaction, because I will go insane, dude, trying to catch these things every fucking day.
Right.
Right? I gotta still have a chill point. This is a 20-point play right here. You get out right here, close the trade. If it goes down here, that's insane. And now look, my stop is trailed break even. I'm still doing so much work right now
Right.
that we've just been explaining and chilling and right. But let's see if we draw up a little bit of this price and see why. So we wanted to take a long here. Remember, we did this on the blind chart. Now we're going to draw in it. We just got a break of our trend right here. Let me see, how can I make this bigger? We just got a break right here, right?
Where are we? Oh yeah, there you are. Uh-huh.
Right in the window, we got a break. Right in the window, we're looking for one of those 3 things, right? We're looking for high, low, fair value gap, order block, EMA. We're looking. That's where it's like the market is always hunting, but in this specific window, the market becomes like, what do you call those dogs? Bloodhounds? Like
Right.
they really are going to hunt. Like they really start hunting right here. Immediately we take out this high. Immediately I need to be looking for a fair value gap order block, because I know they're not fucking around in this window. And if let's say they don't give you a setup, I'm gonna show you how, if they don't give you a setup right now, how you then use the window itself as the liquidity.
The window.
The window itself. The high and low of the window is gonna be the liquidity itself. Right? But if they don't give you a setup, today they gave us setup here, 953, and setup here, 1001. So I'm not using the window as liquidity. I'm gonna look for an entry in the window. But more times than not, they give me a shitload of setups in the window when it's working. Or right after the window, they'll use a gap created from the momentum or in the window. So look, this momentum is coming out of the window. See that? Remember, this is the end of the window right here, 1010. This is the momentum. Do we not?
The window where it broke on that uptrend.
Yeah. Well, the window is 950, 1010.
Oh, your window. Okay.
Yeah. The window to trade. Right.
Gotcha.
So when that gives you like shit and it's chopped, what they'll do is some shit like this. They'll come down here, right? Let's say this is the window. They'll make it into a range and they'll just whip this shit and then just bring it up. Or if they're trying to go down like today, they would have did it like this, whip it up, then drop it down.
Okay.
So if it's never clean, never rush. Wait till like 10:30, 10:15. So you see, again, I have so many things to keep me calm and not be impatient. There's so many things. If that window don't work, we're about to hit the other window right now. There's another window at 10:50 to 11:10. Hold on, I gotta plug my computer in real quick. But dude, you see why I smoke so much weed? With all this shit cooking in my brain, dude, my shit is fried. After I'm done trading, bro, I literally like crash sometimes. Like I'm so hyper focused, and like today is a chill day. Remember, I'm chilling today. I'm not really in it. When
Right.
I'm really in it, I'm so hyper focused on it. Right, looking for all these fucking things all at once. And dude, look at our trade. Still going. Look at that tight trail. We're like barely giving the bar any room to breathe, and we're up 10 points. The only logical place, if we keep holding this trade, where is the gas station? Isn't that another low right there? Internal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And if I go to we didn't even go to a higher time frame. Remember, this is our 1 hour bar we're trading. We're basically trading the hour bar like this. Let's go to our 4 hour. Didn't we say our 4 hour bar has a gap here?
Uh-huh.
If it's going to disregard this, where does it go?
If it disregards that, then it's going
way down
to that low.
Right. And then how does it disregard it? It has to close out here. So I got 3 more hours, maybe in this trade of this shit dropping.
Right.
Right. That's how you hold the long trades. You come to these higher time frames and you try to say like the lower time frame will have you so impatient, right? You'll be like, damn, let me get out. Every tick, oh shit, let me get out of this.
Right.
The higher time frame, I see no bullish activity here. Zero. Oh yeah, this little wick up. Yeah, look what happens to that. It starts getting annihilated. It starts just right. You want to see that little pullback, on the lower time frame. So you see how you need to like zoom in, zoom out, right?
Right.
Back and forth. This is higher. That little wick up, what was that? This little bar right here. Then you come down to the lower time frame. You want to confirm that it could possibly go down. Look at your fair value gap.
Right.
Right. So now, what would make me get out this trade? We close above here.
Mm-hmm.
616, nice and strong. What the hell am I doing in here? It just acted as resistance. Let's say we leave it though, right? We're still trailing because you're not satisfied. You want to see this low get hit.
Right.
Right? You're already in from up here. You're like, oh, what the hell? What's the next place that it has to pass? My EMA.
Mm-hmm.
But now what? I got gap there. We're rejecting. I got gap here and EMA. So still no real reason to worry. They gave me 3 blockades. You know, if I'm thinking about this like a army thing, they gave me 3 blockades. Like, yeah, these dudes gotta pass all of this before they try to come get you. If you don't like the first one, get out of the freaking first one. Some people are like that. As soon as they knock at the door, all right, I'm out of here. Right. So you get out there. But either way, you're still good. You're still good. You're still good. You're waiting for this low. I always tell people, this is my target at 13. Between 3 and 5 points, I need to be looking to get out. So 13 is my target. Once I get to about 18, I need to start protecting.
Yeah.
Right? Because in those 5 points, they be saying, don't be a dick for a tick. I just be like, bro, you have to think how savage the market is. What's the most savage thing to do if people are waiting for this low? Just bring it up real quick. Because people who don't want to be in the trade right here, right, or didn't get in on any of this, they're gonna jump in right here. So let's create some gas, right? Let's create a little bit of gas right there, just inside of it, because they're refusing to break this.
Right.
And if you just look left, I'm sure you can find more information while we bounce. It's a big ass freaking bullish fair value gap. These are the things why I mean, like, I got my teed up chart. I got all this though that I only have on my chart. So when I'm in the trade and I come to my clean chart, right, and price is coming down and it's going to the order block, do you think I'm staying in the trade?
No, at this point, no.
Look at this. This is all clean, no EMA, no nothing, right? I got a big green box right here telling me there's support. What the hell am I doing?
Out.
Out. That's your target. Now you know it's not the low. We still can't really take out any lows than our day low and our day open. We're using internal range liquidity right now. All we keep using are these order blocks and these fair value gaps. We can't use nothing else. We just can't seem to pass anything else. And this is why I don't like to draw too much, but for your sake, that's an order block too, right? You got order block. Let me change this color. You got fair value gap. You got order block. It's just like, dude, when you look left and you draw these things out, the right side doesn't become so unknown anymore.
Right.
Because I have areas here waiting for me. So order block. We wick down to the midway of this fair value gap, but we could not close outside the order block. Isn't this basically, this is what's going to trip you out right now, right? Didn't I tell you I took this trade yesterday?
Yeah.
This is why I tell you
makes basically the same thing. Yeah.
That's what makes the difference between me and some traders. For whatever reason, Gates, I can recognize that pattern in 2 seconds. For whatever reason, I watched it long enough. Trend line rule, right? Break new extreme. Tell me if this is not the same
break
exact
new extreme
trade.
Reversal right there in the order block and the gap. Inversion.
Well, we don't get that one extra bar now. I don't give a damn about that. This makes it even better because this is my high. This is my first entry long. It breaks below, makes the new extreme. Anything that breaks above this bar alone is second entry long. Now, how about the fact that we did this inversion as well? I'm going in 4 right away. I mean, And then not to even think about how the fact of I just hit an order block and a fair value gap.
Right.
I'm in 4 right here. I'm looking for 5 points again. So, Gates, essentially what I like to show you is what did I miss in here? Nothing. Because there's always going to be an opportunity. Even if I come on here right now, it's 11:50. Oh, okay. Here we go. New window. I don't care about what just happened. Because think about what just happened is this is all new gas. This down move is all new gas in case they want to bring it back up. Just like how this up move literally just created gas for the down move to come chomp out and move down. We didn't even see this inversion. We didn't even see this. Right? We didn't see nothing like this. This thing can't even pass out of there. It literally can't even pass out of it.
Will you keep the inversion up there as opposite? In other words, in this case, resistance?
Yeah, so when I have it like that, you know, I have these things kind of like this. So then I'll just change them because I already have them. So now I make them kind of gray, like skull, like dead, you know, that's dead now, but it's there. And this is what they're using. Now they're using it. Why? Look how this one's trying to hold it. So they've just been bouncing in between these gaps this whole time. Boom. Finally, we give in. Same thing here. You got 7 points. This is your target right here, just the high, 5 points. Again, you're done. 4 contracts, 5 points. Yes, you're up $1,000 every day. Simple. And I will say that to you confidently. This is simple for you, Gates. Simple. You just have to wait for it. There's no rushing. There's no guessing. There's no maybe. It's either that shit is there or it's not.
Right.
All right. Look at our 1 hour bar right now. 4 hour bar. Let's take a look and see how our 1 minute look. We're in this window now as well, right? I'm going to show you my matrix chart in a second. So we're in this new window. We're in this new window. Maybe this is all a fake out. Or maybe this is the start of the wick up.
Right.
This move definitely damn sure looks like a start of the wick up. That's the same thing as the bar yesterday. We got market structure shift. I'm retesting this order block. I don't got a gap right there. I got a gap right here. Did we test that gap? Yep. I got a trend line. We're going to try all of them. We want to see the ones that don't work. We want to see the ones that do work. I got trend line rule. Don't I need a new extreme?
You do.
So you got in a little late, but let's say you got in here at 22. That's again another 2-point scalp once we break this high. And now I'm already in early. So this is where I do that same shit early sometimes.
Right.
Now that's +4. Hold on. Should be biased. But you see how that shit just bounced it up though. I still didn't do anything. And again, Gates, another 2-point scalp. Pick one. Pick one of all these trades that I've shown you today. Only one. You only need one. You don't need nothing else, brother. So now, there's literally nothing for me to do. This trade's either going to work, come back down, stop you out, right where it should stop you out. But again, these are lovely signs right here. I'm getting fair value gap after fair value gap created. Supporting. The best thing I would want to see now, we break above this bar, come down and support it. What I don't want to see is it come down and take out this gap. I might get out the trade early. What am I waiting for? Right? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm looking at my 1 minute matrix chart. Let me draw it. Drag this over for you a little bit.
Oof.
Yeah, this matrix chart looks crazy, but all this chart is, Gates. Again, these things always look confusing. The big pink salmon kind of box, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my 1 hour bar.
Okay.
That's basically the bar, just squared out.
Sure.
These little medium boxes, like this red one here, or whatever color, I guess. Yeah,
Right.
it looks red to me.
There's your
And this
15.
little pale, that's my 15. Yep. These little smaller medium, that's my 5. And the small ones inside, that's my 1 minute. Can I see everything happening right here?
You
I
can.
want to get out.
That's wild. Going out.
Insane. But you got to know what you're looking for, right?
Sure.
Right here, if I want to get out, as soon as it gets in here, I'll just get out. So again, my stop's in the right place. Comes down there, doesn't work, let me get out. Because we know in our mind, this might also be gas to go back down and take out that low.
Right.
We could always be wrong because we never know which gas station these fucks are going to pick. We just want to have all of them up there. So maybe this one doesn't work because we got in late and we made the new extreme already.
Right.
But you could have still got your 2-point scalp. Get in on time. Right here. You get in right there, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where's the ruler? 225 to the tick.
Yep.
When I trade that like this, I trade, see all these strategies I have over here. So if I'm trading a 2-point scalp, I just come in here and see how it already has my target.
Mm-hmm.
So this one right here, you would have got out right there to the tick.
Yep.
All right. You got to have different, like quick with it. Oh, I'm just going for this little high right here. I'm not looking for a run. No, I'm looking for scalp. I want the right thing. And I think it could make the new extreme and come back. These are all the things you want to be drawing when you're looking. I got gap. And we want to see every bullish bar turn into resistance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically what this one did. If it's really going to go down. So I think it's just have them all. Have one chart where you're drawing up everything.
See, now
Have
at this
another
point, real quick question here. At this point, you kind of have trend line rule, and you actually got a pretty decent swing on it. And I think that's kind of what I've been looking for is kind of getting it to that OTE, that optimal trade entry range on the swing.
Yeah.
So I have
you're saying this swing down.
Hmm?
You would try to get in on the swing down.
Yeah, so I would want to get in kind of near where that wick is, assuming that's at that like 62+%. So I've got that fair value gap. I've got all sorts of shit down there, and I know it's going to want a new high. Am I looking for a new high right now on that trend?
So
although no, it broke new high already.
Yeah, remember that's the thing we were saying.
Yeah.
But this is down into the 61%.
Right. So if we hadn't made a new high since the break, this would be a good entry on a trend line.
There you go. There you go. So you see why I showed you that long might be good. And this bar right here is crazy, dude. I would take these signal bars all day long. I'm showing you everything I would do. This signal bar is insanely good. Insane. But what just happened here? These are the bars where you got to say to yourself, if I get trapped, next time I won't.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta try them all. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't this one work? We need to see. Maybe because we're already bouncing out of this gap.
Well, we're bouncing out of that gap. We already got the trend line rule, new low.
Right, break, new extreme, right? That's what I'm saying. Look at it. But if we don't press the button on it, it's gonna be like, yeah, I wouldn't take that. But why? Why wouldn't I take that? How wouldn't I have taken that?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, Gates, when you're chilling, just kind of do what we're doing. Just go and sim and just unload, and just then put a bubble around them, like you see me doing, and go back and look at the why, not the result. Just this little piece right here. Look at that. That's all you need to look at.
So I'm just looking for extremes, blocks, and gaps.
Reversal, gap. Downward gap, holding. Come back, retest the little medium point of this wick, drop. See that little down wick right here? Come back, test that shit, drop. That's just how I'm sitting and waiting for it.
Right.
And the more I look at all these dudes, ICT, Thomas Wade, Patch Trading, bro, it's all just ways to be comfortable in the market because they still don't know what the hell is going to go on.
Well, and that's the thing. If you think you know what's going to happen, you're going to be in trouble.
Every time.
I think that's where I get myself into problems is that I'm like, okay, so I feel like there's this, and I hold too long. I'm like, no, I'm gonna move my stop out of the way, and those are the bad decisions that I make. I get committed to an entry.
Don't even call them bad. Just be like, say they're like stern, and you want them to be flexible. Because as soon as I get into trade, if you realize I'm looking for the invalidation.
Right.
Because I want to know, I just sold, but somebody just bought. What would make them buy?
Right.
That's the only way my order goes through. So immediately I need to see, like, I mean, people don't play sports and just be like, yeah, we're just going to worry about offense today.
Yeah, right.
We got this. Yeah, you're going to get wrecked. Right? What else do I have to show you? Oh, yeah. I mean, we also have this, right? I always like to take these trades blindly, like I'm not drawing these things up. But if you look at this, shit out the way. And this is why I love Ninja Trader. I don't see this on TradingView. I can't really get these type of, one, I can't get the tick chart. Two, I can't get this type of clarity. Isn't this new extreme?
You can get the tick chart. You're just going to pay for it.
Yeah. See, I'm good.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I have more problems with Ninja. I mean, I have problems constantly with stuff freezing up and taking forever to load and just all of that.
Are you clearing all the cache and everything?
Every day.
Shit.
And I mean, it's a really powerful computer. The Apex guys got it for me when I started working with them. It's designed to be
one of those easy laptop kind of things. Yeah. I see that. What I would do then, Gates, is kind of do it like this then. Have the Ninja as your scrap. You see how I have this back and forth? So have the Ninja as your scrap, and then this is your trading chart.
Well, and
that's TradingView or whatever.
That's what I'm doing. I'm actually taking the trades on TradingView because I can also, set up I like the trade setup where I can set up my risk reward entry point.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful tool. I love that. So that's kind of what I've been doing is I've got my Ninja open for the tick chart. I'm gauging everything, and then I'm setting a level. The only thing that kind of bums me out is that how you can kind of get those global crosshairs on different charts. It doesn't work. So I've got to find that point on, but it's usually it's usually obvious on the time chart because it's usually the same extremes. It's still the same high, the same low.
How do you have the setup? How do you have them like tiled up? Maybe have them a little better tiled up so you don't even need the thing. You could just look right at them.
Bro, I got 4 monitors going, 4 big ass monitors.
Yeah.
So I've got them side by side.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I'll research that too if I see any of these TradingView dudes. I know my dude Jeffrey, he's always on TradingView. Maybe he knows a trick or two.
Yeah.
I'll ask him. But yeah, dude, this is it. We didn't even drop. You notice we took these trades not finishing the daily buys. Like breakdown. We just jumped into the window.
Right.
If you go from 60 and you go down to 15, and you put a line at 9 o'clock. Dude, I used to be on here all day. Now,
Mhm.
hell no. This trade looks a little shady here. Looks like we really want to come back and take out this high, but we'll leave it.
Mhm.
This is a 50-50 trade. So we put this at 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
What I think you should do when you come on, Gates, is always be on the 15-minute
Mhm.
and look to the left. Simply just look to the left. Price started here last night, so you know this is the gap, right?
Mhm.
You would already have that on the 15-minute. What else am I looking for? As ICT likes to call it, smooth areas. I call them gas stations. I call them whatever the hell you want. Yeah, this is where you want to trade, right?
Mhm.
Um, look at these smooth areas right here. See this little high right here? You know everybody who went short, they're
That's
already in the move.
that's their stop, yeah.
Now, I'm a New York stockbroker. I'm super greedy, right? I know the price wants to make an internal liquidity run,
Mhm.
right? This is it. This is what I do. I'm the big bank. I'm the big hedge fund.
Mhm.
Where is, actually, we won't even say where is. Let's just draw a box around the price. So before 9:30 to here to here,
Mhm.
this is the price. You should look at this as premium. No, yep, this is actually right. Premium. And look at this as discount.
Yeah.
And look at this little line. Don't even have to do it, right?
Mhm.
The 8:30 open is literally the 50% mark,
Mhm.
right? Anything above here, that's where I want to sell. Anything below here, that's where I want to buy if I think the day is going to be good. Oh, this is crazy. Let's kind of check this out real quick. This is the 50% mark. Yeah, if we pass 50, we're out of here. These are the little things I'm always testing too.
Mhm.
Just this wick. Is 50% of this wick going to be resistance? Because we wicked here, wicked here, wicked here. I don't think we should come back up here or where our trade is clearly wrong. Because this right
Right.
here is all balanced, right? If I can wick, if I can wick on both sides, it should be balanced. I'm only trying to show you what makes me get out. Yeah, what makes you get in? What makes you get out though?
Right.
Who cares about getting in? I could press the button and get in. I could call my little cousin in here, right? You can call anybody. Hey, try to see if you could get in. They press the button, boom. They make more money than me and you today, randomly.
Mhm.
BS. So
Right.
that's not the art. The art is, where do I get out? What keeps me calm? And these are the little things. This might look like a bunch of freaking nonsense to people, dude. But you're trying to tell me we're gonna sit here and this thing's not bouncing off this 50 and it just can't do shit. See, it just try to stop us out. They just can't do it. They need more. They can easily still do it. But then we
Right.
know, but what is this information going to tell us? I'm going to take this little four trade contract, right? Either I could
Mhm.
pull it down or snuff it out real quick, right? I could be out 200 right there, 150. I don't think it's going to work. I could get out, right?
Mhm.
The second it passes here now, wouldn't that indicate to me that this is high probability up here?
Right.
Or at least to this gap here in the 15-minute.
Mhm.
So now I get stopped out. I don't get upset. I simply wait for the right direction because I was wrong.
Mhm.
And I'm in low size because I never size up more than 4 in the beginning of any of my trades.
Right.
So if I want to, it's not revenge trading. I was just in 4. Either I get right back in 4, and then when it goes my way, I'm doubling up to 8. I'm taking my 4 back off when it reaches a certain point, the original 4. That's going to
Right.
make my profit back. And now I'm holding for the target. Like, it's all calm. It's all chill. I'm not taking it personal. I'm just taking it as information. And this window was a little shit. So what did we say we're gonna do when the window's a little trash? We're gonna now look for the highs and the lows,
Ah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna look for it to use this itself as the gas station, or use some momentum from inside the window to give us an area. And you can see, dude, as soon as this window started, we haven't gone anywhere.
Right.
Right, everything was all moving, and as soon as we got here, it's all different now.
What's the psychology behind the window?
For me, people are going to say 1 million things behind these windows. It's the algorithm. That's when they start, right? That's when they stop. To me, great. But because I don't know that, I want something that I can know and see. I know this is usually the first window is the start of the new 4-hour bar for the day.
Mm-hmm.
If I get this trade right and its direction is all Gucci, dude, I'm in this trade for 4 hours. Right?
Right.
The next window, this one now, it's going to be the major start of the second hour for the day. If it's a trending day, we usually start going crazy on the second hour.
Got it.
That's when we usually really get the move, right? Let's look at this hour over. I mean, this is 15-minute, but let's look at this hour bar. Right? If we're really going to drop today, this is going to be where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to unload right here. If not, this is also where we might show that we're going to chop today.
Mm-hmm.
And from yesterday, we're kind of leaning towards that side, right? The chop.
Mm-hmm.
So side note, it's XAMD, right? Or it's going to be AMDX. The market only works in these two ways. That's the generation. XAMD or AMDX. And this second hour bar is usually going to really show us what we're going to do for the day overall, just from a visual perspective. You don't even need to go in and break down the quarters. I'll show you how we can do that real quick too. All right, so back to our 9 o'clock. Gates is a chill trader. He only gets on at 9, maybe 8:50, right? He don't care about nothing else. He's looking for his smooth areas, which is right here and right here. So he knows, right? He knows that the market is either going to sweep this high and make a hell of a run, or sweep this low that is formed before 9 o'clock and make a hell of a run.
And that's the manipulation.
Oh my days. Yeah, you see what I mean. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Right? AMD. You always hear people talking about power 3, but nobody wants to show you on the chart. All of this is accumulation. They start trying to manipulate. I know the real greedy bastards are in New York. They're going to manipulate the shit out of this to get the highest premium of the day.
Right.
Because, right, this is still premium. This is still discount. When I took this long right here, we were still in the discount.
Right.
When I took the short earlier, we were in the premium. Naturally, this makes sense when you have a store, right? I want to sell for the highest price and I want to buy for the lowest price. But people forget all the business because it's a digital chart.
Right.
It's the same market, right? And you want to practice that. That's why some days I don't trade. If we're just here and we're just dropping, and we can't, we're not getting any clear entries, I just don't trade for the day. Because guess what? At any time, this can then become the real discount and shoot up to the premium, and I don't really want to be in that.
Right.
I want to get in from the premium, seeing it take out the discount and keep going like it did today, right? And I want to get in from the discount, seeing it try to take out the premium. And as soon as it takes out the premium, I need to get the hell out of it.
Right.
Right? Look at our trade over here working. It's already protecting itself. Again, I'm not with that. They already stopped us out, but I try to move it back because I want to see. I want to see the research. Is this going to be the savage move, right? Or is this going to be now the unleash? So what that was supposed to do, it could have got us out 3, and we would have 1 runner. So you'd be out 3 for like 2-3 points, and you'd have 1 as a runner to now see if it does your full idea.
Right.
Right. But now the window looks like they're trying to use this as support. The bottom of this window. But we know they should sweep the bottom of the window. End this low, and then maybe we go higher. But you see when it doesn't start doing what it's supposed to do. We went internal. We went external. We went internal. We went external. Even the chop is still doing that same little inside out move I keep showing you. Right? In a mini scale. So, dude, from before the market opens after 9, you were looking for a trade to go take out this high. When this high gets taken out, you're trying to go look at this low that even gets formed right after 9 or before 9. And as you see, dude, these are the 2 trades we took without looking up.
Right.
So let's say we have these though, and we're gonna pretend like we didn't just jump in and because we know what we're doing, right? I know you might not know exactly. So that's 1. And that's 2. You see, I put them on all charts. So now these levels on all my charts, right? Now when I drop down to the 5-minute, what just happened? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Yo. Yeah. Later, not now. So 5-minute again. We have this level. 4 market opens, 4 window. We're targeting here. We're so close to this low. It's like, this is what I mean. It's kind of like common sense after a while. We're so close to this low. What are we going to take out first? Are we going to turn back right here and find gas out of nowhere to go all the way up here? Or do we just easily pick up this gas? Yo, I got 5 miles left in my gas tank. What gas station should I go to? Should I go to the one in 3 miles? Or am I going to go to the one in 15 miles? I mean, you could try to go to the one in 15 miles. You're going to push it. You're going to push your car there. And that's that chop. That's when the day is choppy. It has no gas. It basically has to keep generating gas in itself in the range, get it, use it. It's not that much of a blast. It can't blast that much because it keeps using itself. It's basically on itself. Here, how long does this shit take to go from here to this freaking high?
Nothing.
This is from 9:35 to 10 o'clock. That's not even 25 minutes. How long did we take to get all the way down to this low? From
Hours.
5:20, right? All the way to 9:30. No gas, no real sweep. This little sweep right here generated a move, but look how it has to use itself. It's what it's made, right? It made this high, has to come back, use this same gap it made, take out the same high it made. I keep having to inflict pain on myself basically to move. That's gonna be slow and choppy. Even these people who take these shorts here, some of them still got stopped out.
Right.
Just to see it go the way. You take this long right here, you'd never see that shit come back to your entry. Not even close. Like this is the closest under attack. Right? And how far is this? 6:30. You entered at 27, 3 points. You could move your stop to 2 points if you're worried. And you could also move it to the opening level here if you're worried. Remember that yellow line. All right, so this is our 5-minute. So we also need to see where this bar starts. We got these little 5-minute gaps, right?
Right.
It gets inverted. Is that not a sign to go long?
That is a sign to go long.
all day long, man. Right now, we were going down. We want the bullish bars to act as resistance. We're going up. Don't we want the bearish bars to act as support? And also now the bullish bar should be a breaker, come back and act as support. Isn't that what we do right here at 940?
Right.
So again, everything's telling me up. So from here, before the window even came into play, I already am thinking long, yeah? Way before the window. Now the window comes in, it spikes above this high a little bit, but I know there's another level. And as soon as I'm seeing that we're not turning back in to get any gap down here, where's the other place we're going?
We're going to that extreme. We're going to that high.
This one, right? Okay. So now I go to my tick chart. I go to 940 right before the window. And I also have my matrix chart, right? Where is this? Yep. Right before the window. What am I missing? Nothing. I'm ready. By the window comes, right? Even if I'm just on my 1 minute, I got the window here. I got order block right there. Right? Gets retested.
Is that matrix chart a an indicator?
Nah, I just made it.
You just made it?
Yeah, I can easily make this for you, dude. That's easy.
Hey, give me 1 quick second. Let me
yeah, take your time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm back.
All right. But yeah, anytime you set up your ninja again and you're back live, let me know. I'll make this for you.
All right, sweet.
Because these are cheat codes, bro. While everybody's flipping back to charts, I got my chart right next to me, side by side. I got literally right here in this vicinity, there are almost 5 to 6 charts, right? Not counting if I'm flipping back and forth. And remember, I could always leave this on top, you know, and even
Right.
when I'm flipping back and forth over here, move it over here, it'll still be there. So I go to this chart, you know, just got to know how to work the workspace.
Right.
Then you'll be clear.
And I do know my way around Ninja. I traded on Ninja for off and on for years.
Yeah. Let's see. We're right here, right? Yep. So what did we leave off on the order block?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is how the order block looks in the 1 minute. Boom. This is how the order block looks on the tick chart. Boom. Now, is there a little more confluence on the tick chart? Yeah, because along with this gap, I mean that right there, pretty sure. Let's see this bar. Let's see. Oh no, we don't. That's why I have to check. So we basically just have these two order blocks. All right, boom. So when we come in here, you know that's a long. 637.50, 36. So 1.5. That's your stop loss. From here, and this is good too because it's literally the mean threshold of the order block, little middle part. So that's a good stop loss because why the hell, if I bounce in the order block, I need to bounce. Why am I coming back in here again? And even if I come back in here again, I shouldn't be breaking below this bar, right? At all. That's my thinking.
Are you just using the bodies on the order blocks or do you use the wicks?
The body. I like when it pulls into the body. I see people use the whole thing. I want to see it hit the body because I know the wick is a dead zone.
Now, would you put your stop beyond the wick?
Yeah. I would put my stop down here below the wick of this candle and in between the body of this red candle. See, I like that. And if you don't want to choose that order block, oh no, this one's a little far-fetched. So I would say that one's the best one. Now, if you're really believing this trade's gonna run, Gates, where's the best place to put your trade? Below that open, right?
That's a much stronger
right.
area.
So see, it depends what it's up to you, bro. What are you looking for? You know, if you're looking for a quick scalp, I'm not gonna risk 5 points looking for 2. Hell no. I'm risking 1.5, 2 to look for 2. Right? It all depends how you change it. And then you see if you're not greedy right here and you get out, that's the best idea for you. Around these new extremes or around this level that we had on the 15-minute, you need to look to get out. We just hit gas station. What are you doing? Right? We hit gas station. Are we more likely to keep going? No, because we took out this high, then we kept going to this high. The gas tank is definitely low now. Right? And we made this gap up here. So the second you see this gap come in here and bounce, the rejection, you got to get out anyways, even if you're trailing.
Sure.
And in these areas, I like to be out early because this helps me with flexibility. When think about what I'm doing here. I'm basically taking the long trade to get to my real trade.
Which is the short. Because you're moving up into premium, you're moving up to extreme, you're moving up to the gas station. You want to see the gas station take the money and run.
Right. But if I can have a little anticipation and I realize which gas station they're going to turn around, why wouldn't I still try to join that move?
Right.
Get out, secure some profit to feel safer even in the real move.
Right.
Right. That's I think that will eat away your flexibility, the situation that you say you're working on. I don't even do it on a real account. Practice that shit on sim. See how that feels. Look how I've just been in and out of these trades. Practice that.
Yeah.
You have no connection. I have no attachment to any of these trades. That shit's over. It's over. I have no worry. I have no care. It has nothing to do with me. The price is telling me this is what I got to do by the price. And this practice really lets you surrender to the price. Because I'm taking the long because the price said so.
Right.
I'm taking the short here because the price said so, not I said so. You notice that? It ain't got nothing to do with me. The price came down, gave me the inversion. Boom, I switched back to the chart. I said enter. Look at the 1 minute. Look how drastic this bar is.
Right.
And the inversion doesn't happen till all the way down here. Let's see where that pops out of on our tick chart. And again, for me, these are the things I want to do all the time. I want to see this all day long. I want to see, where does the 1 minute chart match up to the tick chart? Right. This is that level.
Right. And you can see it still react from there.
Right. But look how early I got in on my tick chart.
Right.
So I'm already in. Now I know in my head, when I get in on the tick chart, let me bounce to the 1 minute chart to make sure and confirm the same thing. Right. So now I bounce down here, or I just boom, pop up this level on my tick chart. We can't pass it. And from here, 0, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. I'm already saying this thing's going down. We get this higher low, I'm adding a shitload.
On the inversion, are you waiting for the bar close?
Yeah.
Just to make sure it's not a wick down?
Yeah, I don't like, yep. Even if I know I'm getting in early, right? If this move's really going to work, I should be getting in early. Now, the only way you don't wait for this, you have a crazy good signal bar right here. Like, you remember that red bar that I took the trade in that had the long wick at the top?
Yeah.
And that red body? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I would risk it. I would risk it even if it doesn't close yet, because that's just so much momentum. So you see the bar is telling me. The big red bar doesn't tell me shit, because I see big red 4-hour bars get turned into green bars, right? Just like we see a weekly or a monthly bar. That's the monthly bar right now on the ES is a prime example of why people should always wait. Dude, that thing is crazy. That thing looks like a toothpick. Like, the thing looks like this little cursor I have, the whole bottom of it, and then a big green top. Bro, think about how many people sold. So just like this bar, if that could happen on the monthly, who the hell is a tick chart? This shit could get washed away. So you notice we wait for it to close, came back in here. Again, you want to keep drawing on the other chart or not. We should already have some of these drawings over here. See that boom, right? This is our inversion. Then we even made a down gap that we can't pull back into. And we know on the 1 minute, we're having trouble keeping above this gap. This gap should hold. We should not close below here. We should not be bouncing here. We're right here. We should explode.
Right.
If we're going up, we can't. And on top of that, we know this here, right? And then look at our 15-minute bar and our 5-minute bar. Starting to be a big red bar. Look at my 15-minute here. Big orange bar. See, while everybody's flipping back and forth, I'm nice and chill. Right here. Looking at this. We got this 15-minute gap. Technically, this thing tries to tick above right here. So this is even another entry on this 1 minute chart right here. As well as the tick chart, because it's our second entry. So when it fails here, I know people went short.
Right.
Like forget everything else. This trade is a trade. The only thing that's shady is we're bouncing in between the bar.
Right.
But if you're going with context over this, because this EMA would tell you not to get in this trade yet. It's in between. But look, I'm already in. So what is this to add?
You've now crossed it. You're ready to roll.
Right. And now when we get this here and we can't break above, see, when we get this here, I might not enter on this one again, but I'm definitely entering below this one.
Right.
This little wicked up bar. Yeah, I love that, because they try to break this thing, got shut down. They're trying again, couldn't even break their previous attempt. I tried something and I couldn't even do better than my last try. Oh yeah, I give up, dude. I'm giving up.
Right.
Now, let's say we don't know any of that, right? Because I always like to show you how we don't know shit. Let's say we don't know, we forget the trend line rule today. We forgot everything. We forgot the gaps. All we have is two-legged pullback.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this my new low right here?
Mm-hmm.
We went up. Isn't that my first entry short?
Mm-hmm.
Then we went up. Anything that breaks below that bar, isn't that my second entry short? Below the EMA.
Mm-hmm.
So now I took this trade not knowing nothing. Don't you think I'm adding here?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm already in up here and I'm now seeing my OG strat, dude, I'm well relaxed. I'm well chilled out. And this big hell red bar, oh my day, that shit just made me chill out. We took out this, we took out the gap, we took out these lows. There's nothing in here, and we took out this order block all at once. We're just like, if there was signs of negating somebody and telling somebody like, yo, it's over for you, that's it right there. Big red bar clearing out, as well as what? Remember, how do we know if we're going to reverse or not? We created a gap while breaking the low.
Right.
That's not a heavy sign for reversal. They even tried it.
Right.
Got murked. And this is a good thing for you to see, right? Because you knew this gap was causing problems. Now we broke below the gap and retested it. Like you beat somebody and you're taunting them now.
Right.
Like, right? Like, yeah, bro, what's going on? We're racing and I'm looking at you across the race. Like, bro, that's as fast as you go. All right, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, that's real disrespect right there. I look for those type of things. That's heavy disrespect, man. Come and think about it. Like, that's crazy. And then we come back, retest this little low of this wick, retest the lows of all these people here that went long.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, remember how I said stay calm?
Mm-hmm.
If you were in a long here and you got stopped out, this thing is literally basically giving you a trade to take back and switch your position.
Right.
I'm not saying this is going to happen all the time, but if I'm reading the price like this as I should be objectively, it literally is. All right. So, and you just be chill. This bar right here, you don't want to see it come back up to. All right. Shouldn't pass that bar. Even this green bar, you wouldn't want to see it, but it's okay that it breaks up because you got this gap. And as long as they don't pass halfway,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now what's another sign of weakness, Gates? What's that orange level?
That's
that
that's part of that
12 a.m.
gap. Yeah.
The 12, well, this one's the 12 a.m. This one down here is that
That's
gap, right? So it can't even come up and touch the 12 a.m. Haven't we seen this thing easily touch it all day?
Right.
How come now?
Now it's fighting.
Yeah, now it's getting slapped. Oh, we're trying to come back and touch. No, not today, bro. We already showed you up here that we're disrespecting you. So come close, but don't come too close.
Right.
This is a mini double top right here. Let's see this let's see how our 1 minute chart's unfolding too, right? While we're looking at this. Big gap down, break the low, right? This low you were worried here. What does it look like on the 1 minute? Absolute clarity. We don't even have this bar. We don't even have this bullish bar right here. All right, dropping down. Why you want to look at both? Oh, they're gonna try to come back up here again. Oh my God, these people are not learning. That's basically what you want to look at. Like they're not paying attention, right? Now, Gates, everybody keeps trying to go long. You can count for the longs and take them, look for them to fail.
Sure.
Like we could do right here, right? 0, 1, 2, that shit fails. This alone you can take and you wouldn't have gotten stopped out because your stop has to go above here. So even if you took the short here, you still wouldn't have gotten stopped out in all this drawback.
Right.
And that's just a failed second entry long. Now I reset. Remember, this was my 2. Remember, it's not confusing. Don't even think about it. This was my 2. I'm crossing that out now because it keeps dropping and it becomes my 0.
Right.
I'm doing the same motion. Boom, boom. This is my first entry long. Boom, boom. Second entry long. So you see how you still got to be objective. And this signal bar does not make me inclined to take any trade. That's trash.
Right.
Right. I'm not going to sell when there's a wick at the bottom. Am I going to run into a knife? No. That's insane. If I'm seeing support down here, why the hell would I be selling here?
Right.
If we can't sell below this big bearish bar, that's not a good sign. And I already know as well, this is the opening gap that we can easily bounce out of. So I'm not taking these shorts. Now, Gates, what are we also back into? The discount. So that makes me even hesitant to take a short right at the bottom of the discount.
Right.
I at least need to see some type of pullback, something. What do I get? I get fair value gap retest. Easily people went short there. Blindly, right? ICT blindly. This is again why yesterday I used the same thing against them to take the long. Because people see the gap, they're just trying to go short. This time we don't have trend line rule. Even if we have trend line rule here, we still need to come break below here.
Right.
What else do I have now? I got 0 again. First entry short, went up, went down, right? Went back up. Isn't that second entry short again? The same freaking trade. Like, this is the same thing. And then it explodes the same way with the big bar. Look at my 1 minute chart. This is just 2 bars that pulled into this gap, get rejected. Look at all this chop. All this chop cannot pass this bar on the 1 minute chart. No matter how they're chopping, this order block now comes into play. They can't pass the second. They can barely even try to pass the first. That's comfortability in your trade. I'm moving my stop right here if I'm worried. I'm using the price structure to protect my trade. Right? Which I can already be out because we're already back in discount. Going. Keep going. Now, this is also why I like this matrix chart, right? This is the bar that I got into the trade on. If I get into a trade up here, and this is going to be 1 bar, where is my trade likely to go? To the bottom of this bar and the bottom of the previous bar. Now, everyone would be like, yeah, that makes sense. But on my chart, it's literal. It's a square. We're playing in this square. We're not going to go back outside this square. We're going to start another bar. And we're going down. We're only going to go take out this square. You see what I mean? Like literally just like forget about trading. Just look at squares and look at, right? Just little surface area. This is surface area. We're starting a new bar right here. This is the 10 o'clock area. So this hour bar is done. We're starting the new bar. We gave a lower high. We gave inversion. This is telling us we want to go back to the low of the previous hour bar, at least. That's where we start chopping around till we start unfolding. This one, we start at the low of the hour bar. Where do you think we're going? More likely down, but then look, we kind of did a little sweep on this low already.
Sure.
Right, so we know chop. Again, they can't do nothing. This is that same type of motion before the window at 5. They're just eating themselves. It's just cannibalism to get where you want to go. That's terrible. That's not going to do anything. And again, why we're just chopping around. Oh yeah, I think our trade got hit.
Yeah.
For the target. Yeah, see, so we got out of that other trade.
Right.
Right. I remember we were in the short somewhere up here and we were looking for this low. So yeah, I think they just took us out there. So there we go. This is our other trade. So from all the trades we've taken today, randomly, this is the only one that got stopped out. And that's only because we got in a little late.
Right.
So none of our trades have been wrong today. Is that going to happen every day? Hell no.
No.
But just what we've done today, I wouldn't even be in the situation to take this trade.
Right.
I'm done once we hit this new extreme for the downtrend. I'm done once we come to the discount, or I'm done once I get my 5 points. Pick. Or you're done. You're done before the window even gives you that short.
Right.
You go on the market. This happens to me all the time. They're like, yo, what trade you took today? Like, yo, I took a long. I made like plus 1K. They're like, you took a long today? I'm like, yeah. They're like, dude, the market only dropped all day. I'm like, I wasn't on that time. I didn't see none
Right.
of that. Because you got to think from here to here, I just hopped off my computer. Boom, literally shut down.
Right.
Everybody's telling me about, oh, dude, crazy day today. Dude, I probably had the same day as you did just by taking that one little trade in the window. And if I want to push my gas a little bit, right, because I made profit from here, I just risk a little one contract here. I don't start adding till down here. Now it's again another profitable trade. Because if you go in 4 here, you're up 1,000 plus. Dude, go in one contract. Put your stop right here. You're gonna lose $200. No, you're up 800 for the day. Oh, bro, I don't know how you're gonna survive, man. Like, that's that's what I keep telling myself. Don't be scared. Just go with your ideas. Go with the flow. Today was all flow. You can see it's an accumulation day, but it's all flow because we haven't went one damn place. We know we still had this low to take out. We take it out, we're still chopping. Where would we go next? If we unload, this is it. All right. If we unload in this hour bar, this is it. And where would we be coming back to? The same place we took this trade from that day. So I always like showing you, dude, even if you don't trade one day, you're not missing out because every move is a fake move. Every single move. If you think about trading like that, you're never missing out. Oh, it's going up 100 points. I'm not in. Okay. Wait till they come back and clear out those 100 points. I'll be in on that move. Right? Because it's just generating. It's just generating for people to come back and get stopped out. Only way it moves. Only way it moves. The last thing I'll show you, and again, dude, don't even worry if you don't get it all today. I just gave you a blast.
That was a lot.
Yeah, you need that though. You need like the overwhelming, like, oh shit, like, but it's actually working at the same time. You need that to then like draw in your focus. Notice we took a lot of the trades today, even this one. I bet you will never forget this signal bar again a day in your life. I can promise you, because we took it live, direct. That shit is resonating in the vibration, right? Like you know it's in there. Live time, you see how it worked. You put your stop above here, right? Or above this little, in this little gap again, right? The start of the gaps where you want your stops, or here. Even if you get stopped out, you can go back in. But we had our stop up here because we knew, right? Boom. And this is the shittiest trade. From 10:59, this thing took you on almost freaking 45 minutes to get how many points? 17 to 14. Not worth it, in my opinion.
Right.
So I stick to these windows. Right. And that's why if the window don't work and it's not clear, right, I'm gonna use how they try to sweep the window. They swept the low of the window, came back, swept this little high in the window. See what I mean? 11:21. Yeah, wait like 10 minutes after. They'll give you a move inside. They'll create some type of gas inside here. Look at that. They just keep using this high. From in the window, though. That's the crucial part. It's from this window. Why are there things from this window working? What the hell is that? All right. This right here, you can't tell me this isn't the clearest type of move you've seen all day. And it only happens in 20 minutes randomly. It's just all of a sudden the clearest action. This is all trash. This is all trash. This is clean right before the window. That's why it's not like, oh, only trade the window, but you want to know when the window's coming, more likely for reversal. If you're taking out high like we did here, and if we didn't take out a high or low, more likely in that window, they're gonna make that shit happen.
Right. That's a lot to absorb.
Do it up, man. Absorb it up. Next time I'll show you the quarters and we'll go a little bit more deeper into knowing the XAMD and the AMDX for the day. Because if I know at New York, there's going to be like, I mean, I'm going to show you real quick too. You're going to download it anyways. So from the opening price at 6, right? To that 12 at midnight, that's 1 quarter. Let me make these different colors. And there's 4 quarters for the day. There's 4 quarters in the year. There's 4 quarters in the dollar. Easy things to remember. I'm only looking for these 4. The best thing that can happen is when the manipulation quarter is literally showing you that it's going to be during New York. So that's a quarter. From here to here till 6 again, right? So 6 hours. 6 p.m. open, midnight. Midnight, 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to what?
Noon.
Noon, exactly. So again, we're about to end the quarter. Now, how do I find out what's possibly happening? I want to look to the left before the start of the quarter. What was price doing? Going up. What is price doing now?
Accumulation.
Right. Right?
Right.
Now, don't I know the rest for the day? Right away? Like right away, since once you know this little part right here, don't you already know? Let's say though, right? Let's say you get it wrong, right? And you say this is continuation because it looks like it, right? So I'm expecting these type of manipulation, right? In New York. So even if you're wrong, you're right. But how about now so much confidence and confluence in an overall day? I'm looking for this to manipulate for the day before the day even starts. At 12, I could come on my chart at 12 a.m. and go back to my bed. I don't even need to. I get up at 9, right? 8:50. What did they do for the day? Map this out just the same. Map out these levels. It's only those 2 things. It could only be and it's Monday to Thursday as well, by the way. All right. Friday, for whatever reason, is just like a cleanup day in the market.
Do you trade Fridays?
Yeah. I'll trade any day if possible, but then I know Friday is more likely a day where for the week we'll get, like last week, I knew we were going to kind of drop a little short on Friday because we're just going up. So the weekly traders got to get out. Every week, the market has to have a pullback, 20% pullback. So whichever way we're usually going, especially if we have a nice trending week, that week I might look a little opposite. Or Friday, just free for all. Just come in and do exactly what we did from the top down, and you end up at the same good places. Right? Again, we just keep bouncing out of these places. You're going to absorb the shit out of this, Gates. 9 o'clock, put your line, get your 12 a.m. open, get your 8:30 open. Draw out and measure out all of your range for the price for the day. Find out where it's 50%. Price started here, went up to here. Where is 50%? Like I said, this is crazy. It's directly the 8:30 open today. I don't even need this on my chart. I could delete this thing, right? But I know anything above 50, I'm trying to sell. Anything below 50 or close to 50, I'm trying to buy. Where was our entry over here? Kind of above, but close. 50, right? And I'm only taking the scalp to get to the premium target to get back down below 50. All of this in a matter of seconds when you come on the chart by 9 o'clock. Seconds, minutes, right? You're ready. You're ready. You got this level marked out. You got this level marked out. This is it. You got that high down there marked out if you want to, right? So you can recognize when it sweeps. But if you have a range, and if you have that open, high, low, close on the ninja, see like you see I have this little dash green line, dash red line. I know that's the low, but mark them out if you want. Literally. So you have them on all charts. Boom, boom. By the time it sweeps this low, dude, you're just zooming in here to take it home. This thing is literally, you're building the foundation, and this thing's literally just coming in and checking off your boxes, or it's not.
Right.
Simple. Then yeah, man, you got anything else for me you want to know? Should be good. You should be crazy right now. You should be crazy.
There's so much. I've got a couple pages of notes. I've got a video that I can go back and watch, but there was a lot today. There was definitely a lot to take in. In fact, I am going to start